If you're pooping alone, you're doing it wrong. Don't poop alone, poop with friends. It's the number 2 show.
I was trying to have note cards, but I'm not prepared today. Well, welcome to the number 2 show, the only show made by people on the toilet, for people on the toilet, where we assume that everyone watches this on the toilet. I am Johnny of House 2 Flush, your host as always, and with me today is the actual Santa Claus.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Most people know that I have a friend, John, who plays Santa Claus. He couldn't make it today. This is the actual Santa Claus. He flew in from the North Pole. He took his private sleigh down, and your sleigh runs on hydrogen, I believe. So there's no byproducts. It just clean energy right into the atmosphere.
Well, there is a little gas exhaust from it, but it always smells like carrots. So
That's all the carrot cakes that Mrs. Claus makes.
all
for
the
you.
carrot cakes,
Yeah.
the carrot cookies, the carrot juice. She's really into me being thinner. Oh boy, is she crazy.
I mean, so you're quite old. You at least a couple hundred years old at this point.
I have seen more than my fair share of centuries, yes.
Yeah. So, having lived that long, you've obviously eaten many, many, many cookies from different children and stuff. What do you have? Was there a favorite cookie that stood out to you?
There are actually two. One young lady named Allison from Wichita, Kansas, made me non-chocolate chip chocolate chip cookies.
Ooh, okay.
So it was cookie dough with no chocolate chips in it. But she did, instead of chocolate chips, have walnuts, which I thought was a very amazing cookie.
Okay.
Then there was Zion in Sierra Leone. He got himself, and this young man is now a chef at a restaurant in Tanzania.
Awesome.
Zion made me this caramel coconut, almost cake-like cookie one time, and they were delicious. Let's just say that what he asked for, he got that year. It was, it was a really good cookie.
So what you're saying is Santa can be influenced if you leave out tasty enough cookies for him. Then maybe that year or maybe next year he'll remember, and then what you get on your list.
Well, it is part of
chance.
it is part of the criteria, the naughty nice list. Keeping your room clean, sharing your toys, doing good in school. Those are all giant things that will make up maybe 75% of your naughty nice list score.
Yeah.
It's the other little things like when you sneeze, do you cover your mouth, or when someone else has sneezed, do you say God bless you or gesundheit? What cookies do you leave out? Do you say good morning to people? It's all those little things, and it's not just the 2 weeks before Christmas. No. That's all year round. And if I show up and I see a clean room, well, sometimes just because I leave extra presents, because I like a child that is definitely keeping their room clean. That's important.
Now, you typically don't give presents to adults. What would an adult have to do to get on the nice list and for Santa to deliver a present to him? I'm asking because I want to know what I have to do this year.
Okay. Well, for an adult to be on the list, there's just something in Santa, the magical part of my being, that I can tell when someone truly believes, 100% truly believes. And after a certain age, life gets in the way for people, and adults find it very hard to keep that 100% belief in Santa. There are a lot of people that believe in me, but not up to 100%. You would have to 100% believe in Santa, and your actions throughout the whole year, maybe no missteps at all.
Wow.
Maybe one. If you forget to say good morning to a coworker one time, I could let that slide. But for an adult to enter into the child's realm of getting presents from Santa, it would be very, very difficult. It would have to be the most perfectly nice person. You know who gets presents from me? Mary Poppins.
Ah, okay.
Hmm.
Wow. So we should all aspire to be Mary Poppins.
Try to be respectful of others and think what others say and do. Maybe they're having a bad day, and have to take that into consideration sometimes.
That's fair.
Hmm.
So, as someone who's been around for several hundred years at this point, you've seen the start of the film industry,
Hmm.
you know, and then it flourished to what it is today.
Hmm.
So, what is your favorite on-screen depiction of yourself? Do you have one?
Well, of course, Miracle on 34th Street is a classic.
It's a classic, yeah.
That would have to be up there.
That's what I want for Christmas.
You mean a doll's house like this?
No, a real house. If you're really Santa Claus, you can get it for me. And if you can't, you're only a nice man with a white beard, like Mother said.
Now, wait a minute, Susie. Just because every child can't get his wish, that doesn't mean there isn't a Santa Claus.
I actually found the scene in Trading Places with Daniel Aykroyd to be hysterical. Now, that's not how I act. But in Trading Places, Dan, you did a great job. I really think you were really funny with that. Not historically accurate, but I like to see it. But I would say 34th Street, Miracle on 34th Street.
34th.
Yeah, I would say that would be the pinnacle.
It's a
of
classic.
Santa. It is 100% a classic.
Yeah. Rachel Evans Wood is the little girl who played in that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's a very nice piece of trivia you have there.
Well, you know, it was a good movie. I once played Fred from Miracle on 34th Street in a play.
Oh,
so
nice.
That is close to my heart.
Very sweet memories.
Yeah,
very sweet memories.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel about the Santas that we see in, like, because I know there's a couple horror films that I think David Harbour plays Santa in Violent Night, and I believe they're making a Violent Night too.
I believe they are. The message of Santa gets told in so many different ways, in so many different cultures. I am so many things to so many people one night a year. And if someone takes a little creative liberty with my image, I find that that's okay. They're out there being creative. Anyone that's being creative, that's why I came down here today to be on your show. You invited me. And anybody that's being creative, that is something that I definitely foster in people. That definitely keeps you on the nice list. I tell every child that will listen that color is brought into the world through music and art, and this is a form of art, being here, and even digital art. I happen to know one of the vice presidents of Adobe, and she is an amazing artist, and she is really talented, and she goes out of her way to facilitate art for a lot of people, and I keep her on the nice list as well.
So creativity, expression through the arts is very important to you.
It's what brings color into the world. Have you ever heard a song and it took you to a certain memory of a childhood, or of a really great time you had, or a really sad time?
Yeah.
Those emotions are valid, and you're allowed to have them. You should have them. And if music or art brings that out in you, if you see a piece of art and it speaks to you what the artist's vision was for the piece, it's amazing. It really is amazing to do something and have that talent, which I don't have. I can't draw. But having that talent and bringing that form of enjoyment to people is really, that's a special talent, and not a lot of people have it. I'm glad to see that you have it. That's why I'm here today.
I try, you know. My medium is the bathroom. And,
I wish you would have cleaned it a little, but that's okay.
I'll clean it before my other guests get in here. I figured maybe you could use some of you got all this nice fur over it. It's good scrubbing pads, you know.
Naughty list. Just like that. See what happens? I just explained to him naughty nice list.
Yeah. Just puts me right on. That's fair. That's where I belong. I think that's where
You have
I'm
you have to
comfortable
work your
there.
way back. You only have a couple of months. Work your way back.
So there's a TED Talk I watched recently by a lady. Her name is Amy McNee. Amy McNee, and she was talking about how important it is for us to create art, to write, to paint, to do whatever.
The world is literally and figuratively on fire, and I am about to tell you that you need to make art. And more than that, I'm going to argue that the creative act is a huge part in how we extinguish and put out these fires.
And she was inspiring people to kind of take this mindset of like you said, oh, I can't draw. She's like, it doesn't matter if you can't do a traditional art form. Everyone has something to contribute to the world in terms of creation, in terms of art, in terms of this thing. And she was emphasizing this point of, especially in this day and age where everything is, is what it is, that it's easy to have this mindset of, well, is it selfish of me to create art when I could be doing these other things to help benefit other people and all this stuff? And she was emphasizing how important it is to create art, because that act of inspiration just makes the world a better place and helps inspire other people, like you're talking about.
It does. It makes it. They say firewood warms you twice: once when you cut it, once when you burn it. Art does the same thing. Only it makes you happy when you create something, and then there's a great potential to make somebody happy when they see it.
That's awesome.
As long as you have the ability to let go of your children. I know a woman named Sandy was an amazing, everything she touched, from glass blowing to pottery to seamstress to mosaics, watercolors, pastels. She could do anything, but she just never applied herself with it. She had an amazing talent that she let go to waste. And at the end, she had all of this artwork that now other people are enjoying, and she enjoyed creating it. But that was her journey. She wanted to keep that art to herself until it became someone else's at the end of her life, at her passing.
Yeah.
So art makes you feel warm twice. When you create it and you go, I can't believe I've done this. And when someone else looks at it and goes, oh my God, that speaks to me. I see this, or I had something like this when I was a child hanging in my mom's room. This reminds me of my parents, my grandparents. If you can create a memory, and when you're creating art and you take someone to that place, that's an amazing superpower.
Yeah.
An amazing superpower.
Yeah. Our mutual friend Kate Hughes, who you of course know, Santa knows all the cool people.
Hi, Kate.
She was the kind of curator for an art place in Bethlehem, and I remember I was there one time, and I've always appreciated art, but it's never, up until that point, I feel like it hadn't really spoken to me. And I remember seeing a piece, and I wish I knew who had painted it. I didn't take note at the time, but it was this Airstream trailer backed up into like a camping spot. And I stood in front of it, and it just evoked these memories in me that I didn't even have. They weren't really my memories, but the piece just connected with me on this level where I was like, I was nostalgic for something that I hadn't experienced. And it was so powerful and really made me think like, oh my goodness, like this is what art is. Like, and that's the only art piece that I have ever appreciated. No, I'm just messing. That's.
Well, if something moves you, I always say you should buy it if you can. I was visiting someone in Scottsdale, someone that was converted from the naughty to the nice list. I do make visits throughout the year to people to make sure. Some people are kind of on and off and on and off, and I just make sure that they're on the right track. But this artist in Scottsdale had an amazing scene of a Native American chief, and It was not in my price range. It was too big to hang on the workshop wall, but it spoke to me. And I always feel when I see a local artist at a street fair or at a community day that I try to support them, whether it's a sculpture or a painting or a mosaic, or Mrs. Claus loves these thermal flannel shirts with rock bands on the back. Metallica, George Michael, AC/DC, Rod Stewart. She has a whole collection of them because she's very big into music. Prince, David Bowie, Queen, and she has a whole big collection of them. And that's an art in itself, finding two things and putting them together that someone else loves, whether it's canvas and paint or an old t-shirt cut up and put onto the back of a flannel shirt. It's also artistic if you're one person or two people with a camera, or one person and a microphone standing there doing stand-up. If you want to do art, then do it. Find the time every day to be creative. Whatever it is for your artistic drive, do it every day. 15 minutes at the most, or at the least, I'm sorry. At least do something every day, and you'll feel better about yourself, and you'll feel like you're creating. And when you create, it is an amazing feeling.
Yeah. Well, Santa, that was incredibly beautifully put.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Santa's here bringing the joy of Christmas
Mm-hmm.
all year round.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously, December, November, very busy time for you.
Mm-hmm.
During the off season, where do you like to go on vacation?
Well, with this beard, I am recognized everywhere. I don't really get a vacation where I am not recognized, but I do very much like the American Southwest. I like to be a cowboy. I like to go out there and see the different landscapes. It's completely different from the North Pole.
Oh, yeah.
So when you spend a lot of time in snow and beautiful green trees and mountains, the desert is a really welcome change. So anywhere down there, Prescott, Arizona, Winslow, Arizona, Dolores, Colorado. I love going to Dolores, Colorado.
I feel like there's a Norman Rockwell painting there of just like Santa in full regalia on like, what's coming to my mind is the Crazy Horse, like the horse that's like bucking, but instead of the chief, it's Santa, which I don't know, maybe that's insensitive.
No. Santa wears many hats, and sometimes he does wear a cowboy hat. So, yeah, I could see that happening.
Mama, don't let your children be cowboys, except for Santa. It's okay when he does it.
Don't listen to Waylon Jennings. Let your kids grow up to be cowboys.
That's fair. Yeah.
That is fair. Waylon was a very nice man. He had a little bit of a problem, but he was still a very nice man.
So, Santa, who is the most famous person that you've delivered presents to?
Oh, the most famous person that I've delivered presents to. I've delivered presents to celebrities' children. I've delivered presents to children when they were celebrities. I knew Beyonce when she was young, Johnny Depp when he was young,
Wow.
Errol Flynn when he was young, John Wayne, James Cagney. I knew a very young George Washington. Matter of fact, I was the one that gave him his first hatchet.
Wow.
But I would have to say the most famous person to me, the one that stood out the most, was probably Mahatma Gandhi.
Oh.
When I gave him his present, he asked if I could turn it into something else. He didn't want cloth, he wanted food so he could feed his whole village, and that was inspiring to Santa. So
Wow.
I would say definitely Mahatma Gandhi.
Mahatma Gandhi. You heard it here first. Yeah, it was breakfast this morning.
It was delicious. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much. Breakfast was delicious.
Yeah.
It's very refreshing that you made us breakfast instead of just having donuts and fruit roll-ups like you normally do. I appreciate that.
Hey, I built this body one fruit roll up
It
at
was
a time.
very impressive, though. I saw that you did 75 days hard. That was an amazing accomplishment.
Thank you,
You
Santa.
should really feel good about yourself
Thank
for
you.
that. That was Santa can't work out 75 days in a row, but I
It
do
was
hit the gym
challenging, Santa.
occasionally. But I do have something here for you.
Ooh,
I
okay.
did bring you a gift. Now I happen to know that Mr. Smith works for the post office. What this is a vintage Avon dispenser from the post office to you. Maybe a little collectible for you.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
This is very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's open it up.
It's very specific.
Oh, wrong side.
Very specific to his job. So.
Let's see. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
it's an old Jeep. Look at that.
Look at this. An old style delivery vehicle
Mm-hmm.
with some kind of perfume. Oh, it's a Deep Woods aftershave.
Deep Woods aftershave.
I did just shave this morning.
I don't know if I would touch that to my skin if I were you.
It smells. I think it smells pleasant.
Let me smell. Mmm.
This obviously Santa doesn't need aftershave because he doesn't shave. I mean, he does trim. Santa keeps his beard very nice looking.
I do.
Well, Santa, this has been a delightful conversation.
It has been.
Truly just inspiring conversation about finding your joy, being creative, putting that out into the world. Really excellent to talk with you. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Of course.
And we look forward to Christmas season this year. I hear it's going to be big.
It always is. It's always hectic right before we leave. Something always happens. But
Yeah.
my team, I have this amazing head elf named Ralph, and he is an amazing, amazing mechanic. He keeps the entire North Pole run. Matter of fact, he's running the North Pole right now while I'm here.
Wow, okay.
So my good friend Ralph, you look a little bit like him.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
He must be a good-looking guy.
He is. He's a very good-looking guy. So thank you for having me on.
Thank you, Santa.
Thank you, sir.
This was a lot of fun.
It was.
Everybody, check out. He's not here, obviously, because this is really Santa. But check out my friend John, who sometimes plays Santa, on Instagram at Brother Sage Maestro, and check out Santa at the North Pole next time you're visiting. So
And make sure to like and subscribe to this.
that's
And
right.
give him a follow and share with everybody.
Share it with everybody.
Being creative, it doesn't cost you anything to share, but it does help this channel and this creator reach his maximum potential of people. So give him a share and he may follow you back and he may give you a share.
Ooh. Everybody have a great day.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
If you're pooping alone, you're doing it wrong. Don't poop alone, poop with friends. It's the number 2 show.